64, number 20, Josh Okogie. The 6'11" forward, number 10, Jabari Smith Jr. Starting at small forward, standing 6'8", number 17, Tari Eason. At the other arm, 6 feet 7 inches, number 1, Amin Thompson. At center, 6'10", number 28, Alfred Chingu. Your Houston Rockets head coach is Ime Udoka. Fans, let's hear it for your Houston Rockets!
And the starting group for the Celtics. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Derek White out there with Johnson. And it's Keita in at center. And for the Rockets, inside Smith and Şengün. Amin Thompson out there with Josh Okogie. And it's Eason in at the 3. We've got a special one for you here. A good old-fashioned East-West showdown, Richard.
Oh, you love to see it, B.A. It's a matter of pride when it comes to these games. It's a matchup that you don't get to see very often.
And we've heard from MP himself how much a rivalry game means to him. He knows the history of this franchise as well as any of the diehard fans.
Well, MP and his team know how important these games are and how much a win in a game like this means to the fans. So far, they've taken care of business, but still have plenty of these rivalry games left. MP's got to be on his A game. Rivalry games are hard enough as it is.
Here's Thompson, following the 3 by Boston. Pass to Okogie. The 3, and Thompson gets the 3.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka. I asked about an approach to Jason Tatum. Coach told me that Tatum is just about as good as anyone at countering plans. So he just asked his players to play to their strengths, saying if they need to make switches, that's almost a better option because the more looks we throw him, the less he can consistently play the same way. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Johnson with the defensive effort.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
Oh, trying his luck from deep. And the Celtics another 3.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
To the inside. Here's Keita. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Back to Thompson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Thompson's got 7.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Back to Johnson. The 3 ball. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
The plan coming in is working. They're perfect 5 for 5 from the floor.
Thompson against Johnson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
MP scanning the floor. And the Celtics another 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now Thompson. He's got 9. And we just got Shams Charania on the line. Shams, I understand there's some big NBA news. Can you fill us in?
Thanks so much. Well, the news is out regarding the New York Knicks. They had a player on their wish list in Malik Monk, and they got him. Above all else, the thing that the coaching staff really loves about Monk is his efficiency. They want to run a more streamlined offensive system, and they think Monk can help them do it.
Always something going on, and we appreciate the update, Shams. Thanks. Counted from distance.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Out left to the wing. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Finney Smith checked in for the Rockets. Van Vliet comes in for Okogie. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Garza's checked in for Keita. Minot comes in for Jason Tatum. Walsh is checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Derek White. Pass to Şengün. Inside. Picked it out of midair. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's Thompson. Last game for him, he picked up 10 to the middle. Here's Şengün. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's good. Johnson's got 22 points.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Johnson against Van Vliet. From outside, off the mark. Outside Johnson. Three-pointer. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big-time shot from him there.
And so it's Boston. Houston will go for a different look here. Alperen Şengün checked in for Adams. Smith comes in for Green. Eason's checked in for Finney Smith. And Okogie is subbed in for Holiday. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Johnson comes in for Shireman. Now here's Smith. No points yet. Picked by Smith. Here's Okogie, defended by Pritchard. Outside Eason. Şengün, the screen. Here's Van Vliet. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
No, that's the definition of a masterful use of a pick and roll. Van Vliet just picking the defense apart.
So the Celtics 5 right now. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Johnson is out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Walsh in at the center position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He finished with 67 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission just to see how he follows it up. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
And Houston has possession, following the three by Boston. Outside Eason. Pass to Okogie. 4-3. Buries it from 3. Okogie's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
This quarter, they're doing some real damage from outside the arc, trying to stay within striking distance here. And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now here's Van Vliet. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Back to Johnson. Fires the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Van Vliet outside. He's got it. Just 2 of 7 from the field, though.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Down low. Here's Şengün. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Şengün's got 6.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside Johnson. Fires from deep. Good. Another from 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible. And so it's Boston cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be back in a moment.
Happy to have you with us. Let's bring you up to speed on the winners of the Player of the Month awards. For the Eastern Conference, MP.
If you look at his production at the point guard position, balancing scoring and playmaking, just like my man Kenny back in the day.
Oh, you're too kind, big fella, too kind. Also nice just watching this guy ball out nightly.
Well, you're not that good. I just this game reminded me of one of your games.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, these guys are dialed in, getting to this.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Inside, Smith and Şengün. Josh Okogie is out there with Thompson. And it's Eason in at small forward. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. The floater. Thompson's shot is off. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Brown finds Johnson. And again, Boston with the triple.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Back to Thompson. Pass to Şengün. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Şengün's got 8.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Johnson for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Thompson, and give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Pass to Brown. Johnson on the wing, defended by Thompson. And again, Boston with the triple.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
The Rockets have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Eason. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Celtics have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. From deep, Johnson. Again! What an avalanche!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Back to Thompson. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Boston on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Johnson for 3. Smith with the rebound. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Okogie. Shots blocked.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
From deep, Johnson kept alive.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Hey, puts up a 3. Hits a three-pointer. Johnson's got 55.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
It's Thompson, high post. Johnson on him. Thompson's shot is off. For Boston, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. Back to Johnson. Takes a 3. Connects again from distance. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
From deep, Johnson, yet another bucket.
And his tear continues. We've never seen this before.
He now has the record for the most 60-plus point games in a row. Thompson passes to Şengün. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Out to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. No good with the triple. The Celtics have gone 8 of 10 in the third and looking in control. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Thompson against Johnson. Pass to Okogie. Back to Thompson. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Van Vliet. Johnson with the defensive effort.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's the Celtics opening up a... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league.
Eason will go for a different look here. Smith, he's checked in for Adams. Eason comes in for Finney Smith. Okogie's checked in for Holiday. And it's Thompson in for Van Vliet. And the Celtics also making a change. Johnson's checked in. On the court right now for the Celtics. They've got Peyton Pritchard. Also Johnson out there. And it's Garza in at the 5. Eason, the pass to Thompson. Cash. He's 9 for 14 in the game.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Pass to Pritchard. There's a screen by Johnson. To stop the drought. And again for 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Smith with a screen on Johnson. His first shot attempt. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist by Thompson.
This is Smith's game. Set him up and he'll knock him down.
Johnson with it. Now Thompson defending. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
Leading scorer on the night, and he looks very hungry for more. Keep feeding him. Operation Feed the Horse.
Smith passes to Thompson.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the fourth. Inside. And Şengün gets it to go. That's 12 points for Alperen Şengün.
And that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
Another one goes. Incredible. 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
The fancy dribbling from Thompson. I mean, showing he's not afraid to take some risk on offense.
A deep three from MP. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
A big key tonight, second chance points.
Yeah, B.A., they really hit the offensive glass. They won the battles for loose balls, giving them plenty of extra opportunities.
And tonight, a fantastic effort to deliver their 48th win of the year.
Only a two-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Here's Şengün. Houston working the ball around. From the high post, Thompson, no good. From deep, Johnson, and it's good. He hits another one.
And he's now tied for the fourth most points in a game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Johnson for three. Oh, another one falls.
That score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring.
Well, you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished. That doesn't go either for Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. Got a piece of it. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with MP, the star tonight who broke the 30-point mark in the win. How did you balance knowing when to get your teammates going versus when it's time to look for your own shot?
Oh, the game is going to let you know. It has its own rhythm to it, a sort of flow. If you stay within the flow, you get a feel when to pass, when to shoot. The right play early on in the game may not necessarily be the right play at the end of the game. The game tells you. You just got to listen.
Keep finding your flow, MP. Thanks so much.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
Back to you, Brian.
As always, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson.